Hey, sorry about that. My microphone and my headphones died, so we lost the last couple minutes there. So let me redo this. We finished talking about dominant alleles. So if one dominant allele shows up, or if two show up, then you're guaranteed to have whatever that trait is. So let's say, for example, and this is actually true, brown eyes is a dominant allele. If I get one brown-eyed trait from mom, but I get one blue-eyed trait from dad, it doesn't matter about the blue-eyed trait, okay? If brown eyes is dominant, if I've got one of them, I'm going to have brown eyes, okay? So that's an actual. Let's talk about recessive real quick. Obviously, if dominant means that all you need is one, it's going to show up. Recessive is going to be the opposite of that. So it says 329, the recessive allele contributes to the phenotype only when two copies of it are present. So recessive allele only contributes. Am I typing? I'm not typing. Hold on. I don't even know where my mouse is. Let's try this again. Now we're in business. Okay, so only contributes, don't want it bold, to the phenotype when two copies of it are present, okay? So in order to get a recessive trait, now blue eyes is actually recessive in humans. In order to have blue eyes, you would have to get a blue-eyed trait from dad, okay? If you got a brown-eyed trait from either mom or dad, then that blue-eyed allele does not matter, okay? It's there, but you're not going to see blue, okay? So let's continue from there. If one chromosome in the pair contains a dominant allele and the other contains a recessive allele, the phenotype will be determined by the dominant allele. If you do not have dimples, it's because you inherited two no dimples alleles. The characteristic shows complete dominance because one trait is completely dominant over another. However, not all characteristics follow this pattern. Okay, so this is complete dominance is the simplest because it's either you have the dominant and that's what you see, or you have the two recessive and that's what you see. Okay, it gets trickier when we get into things like codominance or incomplete dominance. That's when if you have two different, they're either going to be blended or they're both going to be observable, and so you get kind of wacky stuff. Luckily, we only really need to focus on complete dominance. We'll touch on those later on, but the big one that we're going to focus on is complete. It's either the dominant is shown or the two recessives are shown. Okay. So this will actually wrap us up for today. You've got three things that you need, or actually two things that need to be done. Okay. Obviously, you need to have all these vocab terms in. I've given you kind of what you need more or less. Feel free to, if you want to add drawings like we usually do, add a little doodle in there to help you remember. And then you also need to finish the notes. Now, when you finish the notes, there's three questions at the end that I'm looking at right now. It says, what is heredity? What is a trait? And then what's the difference between phenotype and genotype? So these are pretty basic questions that you need to be able to answer in order to go on. And then tomorrow, stay tuned on Classroom. I'll have more stuff for you, but this is going to do it for today. So thank me. I know this is weird. We're going to see what we can do. And hopefully this helped kind of explain some things. If you guys have questions, shoot me an email. That'll be the best way to communicate. And then stay tuned for tomorrow. We've got plenty more to learn about this year, and we're just getting started. So see you then. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay inside the best you can. See you later.